Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Weatherfans Live here on Sunday, the 15th of February 26. And I hope you are all well. Have you seen the sunshine recently? Have you had sunshine for the first time since this year, what it feels like? Let me know in the comments. How are you all doing? It's myself tonight, and also Stormy is. Let me just turn the background off. Stormy is beside me. She's been a little bit of a monkey all day. Let's turn the background off for a moment. There she is. Storms, your fans are wanting you. Does your foot taste nice? Stormy, let's see your fans. All right, let's get that background back on. There we go. There she is. Excuse me. All right, let's go back to the comments. You've been a little bugger tonight, haven't you? Oh, I'll leave it to what you're watching there, sweetheart. Make some women jealous. Anyway, good evening to Laura Johnson. Hope you're well this evening. She said it's been somewhat a wet day here today again. Don't we know it? Don't we bloody well know it? I think so far this month, we're only, 2 weeks in. I think we've had it's around about 88 millimeters of rain so far, I think. It must be I swear it's in the 80s already. We're only 2 weeks in. I think it might have been last year or the year before. I think we had about 120 millimeters. So I wonder if it's going to top that. Good evening to our mod Paul James. Hope you're well, my friend. Good evening to our friend Send It Weather. I hope you are well. Oh, comments have just jumped. Just bear with me a second. Who else have we got? Good evening to Frog Legs Matthew. Good evening, all. As Trevor said, why does it always rain on me? And why does it never bloody stop either? Good evening to Audio Coffee. Audio's had a bit of sun earlier today, briefly. Yeah, it was good. I think many places yesterday. It was a beautiful day yesterday. It sounded a bit hazy, which was forecast during the afternoon. But at least we had some sunshine for quite a while. It was a beautiful crisp start. Icy. It was icy. And who else, sweetheart? Your fans are saying hello to you. Laura says hi to you, Stormy. Matthew said hello to you as well. So was Audio. Audio says she had some snow, best 5 minutes of non-rainy weather this week. Stormy. And she's gone. I saw a couple of thunderstorms popped up today. Oh, I didn't say that. But then again, I've not been checking, to be honest, the thunderstorms. I know it's been obviously wet towards the east with that wintry mix coming through during the day. And I'm at the bottom of the comments, so the first thing I will take a look at, because obviously we've had a hell of a lot of rain again. It's like a rinse and repeat, isn't it, really? So look at the latest flood warnings from the Environment Agency. Let me get myself off the main screen. So the Environment Agency is saying the ongoing impact from groundwater are probable for parts of the South England over the next 5 days. Ongoing flood impacts are also probable from rivers across Somerset and Wiltshire. Ongoing local river flooding is possible for parts of the Midlands from today until Tuesday, properties could flood and there could be travel disruption. Local surface water and river flooding impacts are possible in parts of England and Wales today and Wednesday, with impacts possible but not expected later on Wednesday and Thursday. Land, roads and properties could flood and there could travel disruption. So that's the flood forecast for the next 5 days. Currently, we have 73 flood warnings and 192 flood alerts. We've had 10 removed in the last 24 hours. Let's have a look at the 10 that has been removed. So the 10 that's been removed is the Ilbrook at Halesowey, Lower Avon at the Bridges and Stubbings Meadow in Ringwood, the Lower Derwent in Derbyshire, Lower Wyle at Wilton Town, apologies for the pronunciation, and the Lower Wyle from Warminster to Wilton. Hello, Stormy. Middle River Don Catchment, the Middle River Roding, the River Idle in Nottinghamshire, the River Ouse at York, the Riverside Properties, and the rivers in the Forest of Dean. I'm not going to show the flood warnings, but I will bring up the map. When it loads. Let's have a look at the flood warnings. Fairly scattered across the UK, mainly for southern areas. Let's have a little zoom in. So again, like last week, a couple up towards York, the River Derwent. And is it going to let me click behind? No, it's just a couple on the River Derwent now up towards York. We had one down here towards the East Midlands. The River Trent at Girton. There's one here for the River Sour at Zouch Island. And for the River Sour. So there's a couple across the Midlands. Some near Peterborough. The River Nin. I've just got these few for the River Dean at Walton. I'm guessing this is the River Severn. So yeah, River Severn from Court Meadow, Kempsey, down to Gloucester. We've got one there from around the Stratford upon Avon. A couple there north of Yorkshire for the River Ray. The River Colne at Fossbridge and Quinnington. And a scatter of them towards the south there, towards Wiltshire and Somerset. If I zoom out there, so there's the flood warnings. Let's have a look at the flood alerts. Zoom out a bit more. So there's flood warnings off. Let's put the flood alerts on. And widespread from northeast of England down through Midlands, down towards 7 counties of England. I'm just going to put my head back in the chat a second. I'm just seeing a comment there from where's Matthew. The sun has got its Mac on. I think the sun's got it. I think the sun's gone on holiday. Would explain. Excuse me. There are some hints actually I'm seeing of perhaps high pressure taking over. We shall show that just in a few moments' time. Who else? It's sunning in Australia before contemplating starting some bushfires. That's the they want it is bushfires. Good evening to Suit. I had a distant rumble of thunder today. Oh, wow. The first one of the year. Spring is on its way, so anyway, I won't have to worry after the end of the next week. Yeah, just 2 more weeks of meteorological winter left. I'm ready for spring now. I'm ready to see the spring flowers and the bit of warmth. Bit of warmth. Good evening to Steffi. Hope you're well. It was raining this morning, but dry this evening. Hope you're not being affected by the high river levels where you are. And excuse me. Oh, my chat's just jumped there. Just get that back up there. There was a tiny thunderstorm just west of John Jewel Bank. Okay. That would have been the showers coming in from the west then. I take care, Suit. He's off to have his dinner. Enjoy. Right, let's have a look at the facts charts from the Met Office, shall we? So this is from 6 p.m. tonight from the Met Office. The rain, wintry mixers just clearing the east coast of England now. Some showers falling behind. We're in a westerly winds. And we've got troughs falling behind, giving a lot of showers through into tomorrow. We're in a west to northwesterly airflow. We've got showers moving through. We've got another band coming through Scotland, Northern Ireland during the day as well. So it could be some of those showers could merge into longer spells of rain. Going overnight into Tuesday, that clears towards the south. Another weather front coming through Scotland into the early hours. Then Tuesday is looking a lot better. There could be a few showers down the east coast. Things could be turning more hazy towards the southwest during the day on Tuesday, but Tuesday is looking a much better day. You probably wouldn't say it's as sunny as Saturday, but lots more dry conditions around on Tuesday with a ridge of high pressure. Not very often we've said high pressure in for this year, really. Overnight into Wednesday, another system tries to come across the south there, could bring some spells of rain towards the south coast. By then, we're into a bit of a southeasterly wind direction as we head into Thursday. We get another ridge of high pressure. This is showing another ridge of high pressure building across the UK. If I just zoom down a bit there, we've got high pressure just to the west of Iberia, which is ridging across the UK. Could that be a sign of things to come? We shall see. Have a look at the UKV. Have a look at the precipitation for the next few days. Let's make a double check. I did actually not left you on the small screen there. So let's have a look at the precipitation for the next few days. Got some heavy showers around. That rain's cleared just clearing the east coast of England. So we've got some showers around through the night across the UK. And during the day tomorrow, we've got more showers coming through. Sorry about that. I thought I could hear singing then. No one's hearing me. That's what I'll do. Anyway, sorry, I do digress. So overnight and Tuesday. So things will start settling down. There's a few showers going down the east coast. So looking mainly dry. So just look out for those showers down towards Lincolnshire, through Norfolk as well, to north of Scotland before the next rain band comes into the southwest of England overnight to Tuesday. And that's as far as I can go with that. So look at the temperatures for the next few days with the high resolution. So overnight tonight, temperatures will be down Excuse me. So the mid single figures across the UK, around about freezing up into towards Scotland and parts of the high ground of the Pennines. Through the day tomorrow, there's showers. Around about average for this time of year. We're looking at around about 6 and 7s across the board through England and Wales. Looking around about 0 to about 2 or 3, 4 degrees across Scotland and Northern Ireland. And overnight into Tuesday, temperatures will be around close to freezing. Could be some frost towards Northern England, more so for Scotland there. Some places could get down to around about -5, -6. And through the day into Tuesday, looking very similar to, I would say, Saturday, with brighter skies, temperatures again around about 5, 6 degrees. And how far can I go with this? So I can now go as far as 8 o'clock on Tuesday itself, and showing temperature to about -11 towards parts of Highlands, Scotland there. Let's move on and take a look at the latest GFS. He says, let's have a look at the upper air temperature and the sea level pressure charts. So let's get through to now. So relatively cool conditions at the moment with low pressure towards our northeast. Then during Tuesday, get a bit of a northerly setting in, introducing that cooler air. Then we've got low pressure moving up from the southwest, or tries to move up from the southwest during Wednesday. Then we start to see that ridge of high pressure actually building across the UK into Thursday. So the Met Office was showing it. We've got high pressure out towards the west of Iberia, which was throwing up a ridge across the UK into Thursday. So we'll lose the cooler air and turn into more or less cold air, shall we say, into Friday. And that's when we'll start to turn our winds into a southwesterly. So we've got high pressure down towards the south there, through into start of next week. That'll be quite a pleasant day for much of England and Wales. We've got low pressure out towards the northwest of Scotland. That will throw in some weather fronts, be windy at times. We've got high pressure still towards the south, low pressure out towards the Atlantic. So still like, could bring quite a bit of mild air. That check-in could bring temperature up to perhaps the low teens. I shall have a look in a moment. Then low pressure will send the weather front through into days 10, 11. Turn quite breezy as well, with a little low going towards the south. Turn things fresher. The ridge of high pressure into days 13 and 14. And looks like quite a deep low coming through for the start of storm season 26. And looks like through at the end of the charts for start of March, it could turn quite wet and windy again. Okay, let's have a look at what that does do. Try again. So look at the temperatures with that run. So let's go through into tomorrow. So temperature again around about 6, 7, 8 degrees across the England and Wales, looking around about 0 to 5 towards Scotland, Northern England. Into Tuesday, where we've got much drier conditions, we're looking around about 0 to 2 in the north, for about 3 to 6 elsewhere. Wednesday, we've got rain trying to move in from the southwest, but doesn't bring that warmer air in across the UK. away from the far southwest. So we're looking again temperature of around about 0 to 5 degrees. And into Thursday, again, the showing temperature is still quite cool actually. Across the board with that ridge of high pressure moving in. And into Friday, so we've got mild air starts to try and move in from the west. So parts of Ireland will be into double figures. And England, Wales up to about 7, 8, 9 degrees. Still fairly cool across Scotland, up to about 5 degrees. So do we see that mild air coming across the UK? We do. Into Saturday, quite a few places could have got you going to double figures there for the first time in quite a while. That's showing to about 13, maybe 14 degrees. It's up towards the northeast of England into parts of eastern England as well. So under any sunshine should feel quite pleasant. Heading into next Sunday. Still cool across Scotland, away from away from the eastern areas. England, Wales are looking temperatures around about 9 to perhaps even 15, 16. That is feeling very early spring-like, isn't it? Could we see a taste of spring in next week? Going into Monday, again, temperatures widely into double figures. Again, perhaps reaching 15, 16 degrees. So this is looking good if you wanted spring-like weather. It's Tuesday as well. We're looking perhaps a few degrees lower, perhaps up to about 13 degrees there. Perhaps seeing a lot more clouds coming in there. Then heading to day 10. Look at that, away from northwestern Scotland, seeing temperature into double figures. And if this was to come off, we could be looking at temperature of about 16, maybe 17 degrees. So it's very possible if this was to come off, it will feel like spring finally. And just go towards the end of this week of this run. Then by the time we get to Thursday 26 and day 11, we're looking a few degrees lower than what was showing there. Just getting to double figures. And finally Friday, temperatures are getting close to back down to average as we're heading to Friday the 27th. So have a quick look of this morning's run to make sure it's not an outlier. Don't care about your outfart. Let's have a look at the upper air. The upper airs and sea level pressure charts. So this is from this morning's run of the GFS. So again, that's showing that northwesterly flow into Tuesday with that ridge across the UK. That low pressure going towards southern areas. That's making more of a deal of that low pressure actually. It's a bit deeper up on this morning's run. But after that, it's still showing that ridge coming up from the west of Iberia through the country under relative cool air. And that's when we start picking up that southwesterly flow. You see those temperatures start to rise. That's got high pressure down towards the south. Open up that mild southwesterly airflow. Again, 10-degree isotherm coming through down towards the southeast through into day 10. Then turning much windier through into day 11 as well. So we're looking quite mild but windy. Any cold air staying towards the north of the UK. So we can see more, perhaps warmth coming up there. So it's looking quite windy, but yet looking quite mild at the same time. And at the back end of this run, we could see like a cold front coming down, introducing this much cooler air for the start of March. So again, last couple of runs from the GFS is showing much warmer conditions. Again, let's have a look at the temperatures in this run. So again, very similar to what we've been seeing. I think it's Thursday we should start seeing those warmer temperatures. Sorry, Friday we should start seeing those warmer temperatures. So they're very similar to this afternoon's run. And it's when we get into Friday, we start seeing that mild air coming in from the west. So how high they're going to start peaking with these temperatures. So next Saturday we're looking at 11, 12 degrees. Next Sunday, 12 to 15. Again, double figures for much of England and Wales on Monday. So we'll be now day 9. Looking into double figures. And day 10, we're looking up to about 15, 16 degrees. Very spring-like. So again, any long sunshine is going to feel quite pleasant out there as the sun's gaining strength. I don't think it's shown as mild as what was showing on this afternoon's run, but was showing quite a lot more breezier conditions from the southwest. So there could be quite a lot of cloud around, I'll suggest, with that southwesterly flow. So in parts of France, they're warming up into the upper high teens. So yeah, so I'm just getting myself back on the screen there. So that's looking promising there for the end of the week into next week. Could we finally be breaking this prolonged wet spell? Could we actually have a taste of early spring, which will be very nice indeed. I'm just going to go back into your comments, see what's happening. Steph's saying our village has 2 roads that have flood water blocking them and prevents excess. Diversions would take a very long way around. Oh, blimey. Which river runs from you? Does that flow into the River Anchor from where you are? So I know the River Anchor here has yet again flooded properly, like the second time in the last week again. Matthew saying a few roads around here has also flooded. I'll go into our mod James, and hi Mark and everyone just watching background, not a problem. Thank you for being there. Laura saying it's 2.8 degrees from where she is right now. So there's a bit of football chat seen in the comments there. I'm going to keep going down. James Sam Hardy, am I for one looking forward to some spring weather for a change? Yes, I'm ready for spring now. I'm ready for early convection. We're just only 2 weeks away from the start of storm season 26. Look out for updates of if we're doing anything for storm season 26. I think me and the team are going to have a meeting soon just to see what we can do for this coming year. But we need Mother Nature to play ball because she hasn't for the past 2 years. The only good thing about last year is when on the summer solstice chase where the team did actually get a tornado. Unfortunately, it was in the dark, but there is a picture of a tornado which was taken up in Cumbria. And if you was watching the live, if that makes sense, as that was happening, the whole feed cut off because Gordon was streaming live and so was Liz on 2 separate streaming lines. and they both went down at the same time. But then they came back afterwards. So that was the only good thing about last year. Go back onto your comments. Ooh. I'll try and get to the comments. Can't move it. There we go. Yeah, indeed. For you, it's been a very cold snow winter here. But you've had more snow than I've probably seen in my lifetime this season. You might have to wait until June. Well, you never know. You never know. Yeah, it's from the runoff farmland, etc. Roffley Brook has burst its banks, but it's contained within the floodplain so far. That's good. That's good. Well, not good. You can't get in and out, but that's what I suppose the floodplain's doing. What it's doing, really, isn't it? I'm looking forward to spring weather now. Done with this winter. Yeah, I just can't wait to get into that garden now and start tidying up, ready for the warmer days. Start planting some of the spring flowers. Sunshine Saturday felt okay in the south-facing garden. It was beautiful on Saturday. What was I doing yesterday? I was at a inflatable park thing, huge slides and everything with my daughter and a few friends, which was a really fantastic day. That was. Going to Southern Storm. I think if you counted these storms, season 26 has already kicked off good and proper. Oh, if you count these storms, storm season 26 has already kicked off and good proper. It's only just a start, isn't it? Hopefully we will get some decent ones. We didn't get any really decent amounts of April showers, did we, last year? I think it was fairly dry for much of spring, wasn't it? I know the team didn't go out too much last year, but I know Liz, her feet are itching to go out there. She's ready to get out chasing this year. I'm trying to move down the comments here. It's not letting me. There we go. Matthew wants to get his barbecue out. Chris meant to say today's storms. Yeah, so I didn't check the radar today. I've been playing with my daughter, so I've kept away from looking at the weather charts. Good evening to Chris A. Hope you're well. That's a new name I've not seen before. Or just saying she can tell it's getting lighter because my indoor solar lights are now collecting enough energy to come on for a few minutes each evening. Yes, we are seeing a lot more light. I think it was still light around about 5:30, 6 this evening. I'm starting to notice it in the mornings as well. Yes, James, send it. Storm Chaser with Liz. Can't wait for that stream. Oh yes, you know Liz will be there. She's in that neck of the woods. She'll send it in that car. It just sounds like she's trying to kidnap him. Get in the car. No, not like that at all. She won't come to his house and just grab him in front of his parents and just get in the car. You come with me. Right, let's go have a look at final chart of the evening, which will be our weekly look at the ECMWF weekly anomaly charts. So let me just bring up the screen share. Let's get myself off there so I can go full screen. So the ECMWF weekly anomaly charts, which we look at virtually every week, just to give us an idea of what the weather's doing for this week, for the next few weeks. So this is from tomorrow through to the 23rd of February. And finally, we've got low pressure moving into Europe with that high pressure now buggered off to wherever it wants to go to. So things can move. So this weekly anomaly chart has low pressure out into Europe. We've actually now into that more northeasterly airflow. We've actually got high pressure across Iberia. That's the ridge of high pressure I mentioned towards the west of Iberia. That's going to make some progress into Iberia. So for them, they can dry out finally after what's been such a horrendous amount of rain they've had through Spain and Portugal and through quite a bit of and parts of North Africa as well, and parts of the Med. And as I look at next week, any hints of high pressure? And look at that. The ECMWF for the 23rd of February through to the 2nd of March has high pressure over the UK. We're virtually in the centre of it, to be honest. That looks to be settling down during next week. Kind of green without GFS lunchtime run. Let's have a look at the start of March. 2nd of March through to the 9th of March. As high pressure up towards North Atlantic when a bit of an easterly flow, which is showing there. But we haven't seen that properly for a while. Actually, high pressure over the UK, finally settling things down. Then the 9th through to the 16th of March, where no clear signal across the UK there, so it could be transitional between high and low pressure. And there's no clear signal as we head towards the back end of March. So let's have a look at the same charts again, but the precipitation. Right, the 16th of February through to 21st, so same charts, but this time look at the precipitation. We're looking around about average across much of the UK, looking slightly drier than average towards Norfolk, East Lincolnshire, looking slightly wetter towards the southwest of England. The 23rd of February through to the 2nd of March, even though we've got that higher pressure across the UK, it's showing slightly wetter than average towards North England into Scotland. The 2nd of March through to the 9th, we're looking around average. Then looking average, then that's where the signal drops out really for the rest of March. And finally, same charts again, but this time looking at the 2 meter temperatures, not the surface, the 2 meter temperatures. So for the 16th of February through to the 23rd of February, we're looking cooler than average. The 23rd of February through to the 2nd of March, we're looking around about 1 to 3 degrees above average. Oh, I can hear that noise going just right. I think it could be our big cat snoring. The 2nd of March through to the 9th of March, we're looking around about average. Then there's no clear signal as we head through to the rest of March. Or stormy. She's actually sleeping beside me. She's just had a stretch and give out a little noise, bless her. So let's get myself back on the screen there. So yeah, looks promising from the ECMWF weekly anomaly charts. So get through this week and also could be start to dry out. Probably enough 5 minutes, we'll head off. Just turn the visual effects off so you can see what Storm is doing. She's actually lying beside me there. There she is. Okay. So there she is, resting before the storm season. And yeah. Just hello to your fans. So that butter won't melt, does it? You've been a little bugger tonight. Your fans love you, don't they? Eh? Don't let she's smiling there. Oh, Stormy. Thought you were going to fucking bite me then, you little bugger. Right, I'm going to leave you like that. There we go. Let's put this. So, yeah, she's actually been sat there throughout the whole live, actually. Oh, bless her. Good evening to Trust Zone Dog Training. Hope you're well. Oops. Just clicked onto the wrong part of the screen there. Well, we got to. Laura says she'll love to chase a storm. Speak to Liz if she's up in your neck of the woods. No doubt she'll get you in. Get some nice footage and shots. Sorry, I'll leave the cat alone now. First rule of storm chasing is to have a storm. Yeah, that's been a problem the last 2 years. We've had a lack of bleeding storms. Indeed, Steffi, that high pressure looks very welcome. Very welcome indeed. So it's making me wonder now if I can top 100 millimeters for the month. I think I'm only about 14 millimeters away from 100 millimeters for February. You and me both, Audio. I definitely prove that I live in the storm snow avoidance zone. Well, like a few storms I had last year, didn't actually go over house. It actually just came very close to me, but never went over. But where that bit, I think we had snow, proper snow hit once in the last couple of years or so. Easterlies in April when it's warmer. We shall see. We shall see. Still too early to say. Great stream. Thank you so much for your kind comment there, Chris. My cat snores louder than she meows. God bless. And yeah, Stormy. Oh, she's gone there. She's gone into the kitchen, probably had something to eat. Picture of pure innocence. Yeah, of winding the power of the cat and being a pain in the backside. Oh, that's just jumped. Wait a second, my screen just jumped there. There we go. Oh, dear. Come on. Some snow around 11:45 p.m. last night, so I'm happy. Well, that's nice. I know we had some transitional snow. Are you back again, Stormy? Hi to Liz. Yeah, well, no, Liz is usually busy on a Sunday evening with her other things she does with a paranormal. Liz, you and Nodrug Brill. Well, thank you so much, Matthew. I said you're always welcome. Always welcome to the page and lives. That's the word I was looking for. Definitely arrange something again for you to come on. gotta say that Christmas Live was another brilliant Christmas Live. It's almost like our keystone of the year to end the year, isn't it? Our Christmas Lives. I'm trying to scroll down here, but I think it's jumping. Just bear with me. All right. I think I end the stream just a few moments. I think it's jumping. Let's just use the arrow button. There we go. James saying, speaking of snow, it was ridiculously heavy for the Scottish Highlands, 7 centimeters in 1 hour. Wow. Yeah. You know, there's a storm coming when Liz stops at your house and picks you up. Yeah. Wouldn't you know it? I hope for a proper performance of Storms over my house this season. Me and you both. Great community tonight. Definitely, indeed, Chris. We are a great community between ourselves, Gaz Weatherfans, and Send It's Weather. Right, so I think we'll leave it there. Oh, from Audio Coffee. Oh, that reminds me, it's been 20 years this summer since the last massive major storm we had here. And I mean, it was bad. We need a good storm this year. I don't think we had it. I don't remember having any night storms here last year. Because normally once or twice a year during the summertime, we normally get like overnight storms in bands, but I don't even remember that last year. We had one. You're joking me, would you? I remember it because the ice cream van was in the area with his chimes on between all the flash and bangs. Bloody hell. So yeah, I'm going to end this. I'm going to end the stream in the next few moments. Thank you all so much for your lovely comments. Thank you to our mods, Paul, James, and James, for keeping on the proceedings. Thank you for all your kind comments. And yeah, as James said, great stream. Fingers crossed for some sunny spring-like weather then. And it's looking more promising as we head into next week. I was like the transitional could be to the back end of this week, really, if the GFS and the ECMWF weekly lumber charts are correct. We're looking at a much drier week next week. Finally. Thank you so much, Matthew. Don't forget to smash the like button. Thank you for another great live. Thank you, the mods. And Matthew, don't forget your homework for next Sunday. Michael, you may roll those credits. I will do it in the next few seconds. Thank you to Laura as well. Your kind comments. And to our Paul James as well. A good job as always. I do try my best. All right. That's it there. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Oops. How long have I been doing these lives, eh? How long have I been doing these lives? Lost my banner. Yep. There we go. Next week, there'll be the last live of Storm Season 25. That actually finished. Never started, really, did it? No. I'm digressing. Thank you all so much for watching. See you next Sunday from 8 p.m. Take care of yourself, stay safe, and see you next Sunday. Take care. Thanks for watching. Bye.